Well, after a little bit of technical difficulties, I think we're finally on the air here. Well. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while since I've done one of these types of streams, but we're back, and we're glad you're here. As of course you know, my name is Great by 79 Productions, and welcome into a brand new series that I'm calling Sunday Streamz. This is the monthly show where we stream a different game, and we talk, we play, we laugh, and we most of all have a good time. It's been a while since I've uploaded any content here on the channel. I know I'm currently in the process of working on a Mario Party 4 LP on the GameCube, but I haven't tended to that for quite some time, and I am going to get back to that. I'm slowly starting to get back in the routine of stuff that I used to do that I don't normally do anymore. And that includes content uploaded to this channel and also live streaming. I decided on doing a monthly stream because weekly streams, they tend to burn somebody out. Now, unless you don't have a job and if YouTube is like your full-time job, which it is for a lot of people, you tend to get burned out if you're doing weekly streams. But monthly streams, I think, are a bit more manageable. You might have a different opinion on that, but that's just how I am. Hopefully you guys can hear me. My microphone is turned down somewhat, and hopefully you can hear the game audio somewhat. That's turned down quite a bit. As you can see here, we are starting our monthly show with some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, I'm thinking we'll do some online matches, and we'll see how well those go. I've got a poll right now in the chat. This is your, I guess you'd call it your question of the month, and that is, who is your go-to Mario Kart racer? Feel free to put your votes in, and we will talk about this and have a lot of fun. Hey, my good buddy Mark Leota's in the chat. He says, great to see you again. Hope things have been well for you. Thank you, Mark. It's good to see you. We've got another commenter in the chat. We got Deborah. Welcome. Okay. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started? And hopefully this stream stays well enough together, and hopefully doesn't, like, break or anything to that extent. As for our first character, I think we're gonna go off the rails a little bit, and we're gonna go with Donkey Kong. Recently, the HD remake of Donkey Kong Country Returns came out on the Nintendo Switch, and I have been wanting to play that for quite some time, and hopefully I can get my hands on that game as soon as possible. And once I do, you can bet you're going to see it here on Sunday Streamz. So formally, before I took a leave of absence for quite some time, I did a stream called Sunday Funday. This is sort of like that, but again, it's under a different name, and it's also a monthly live stream now. And I think every time before we start a new stream each month, I'll put a poll out on the community tab, and you folks at home can vote on the next game. Now, it could be anything. It could be any game that I put out, but keep in mind, I cannot play a game that I don't have in the collection. Whether it's on the virtual console, like on, say, my Wii U, or if it's from the Nintendo Switch Online console apps that are on the Switch, or something like that. Mostly, you'll probably be seeing, the options will probably be more like stuff from the Switch, or from maybe the PlayStation, or the GameCube. But I think they're mostly, for the most part, going to be for the Switch. What's Mark say? Currently on the road right now as I watch this, my family and I are heading to a celebration of life for one of my relatives. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mark. I'm really sorry to hear that, bud. May I ask where exactly you're traveling to? Are you traveling to another part of your home country, we'll call it, or are you going to another state? If I may ask that, where you're going. And so far, we only have one vote in the poll, and that is Mario. Yeah, Mario's a really good option. I feel like everybody plays as Mario. Nobody ever goes off the rails and just plays as anyone else but him. I mean, I get it. It's his game. It's his franchise. He's the star of the show. But every once in a while, it's good to mix things up. You know what I mean? It's always good to use a different character. Personally, for me, I tend to go with the characters that are kind of off-brand, we'll call them. I tend to go with Shy Guy a lot, especially in this. Um, I also tend to go for... Oh, speaking of Mario, look at that. There's someone's me in here that looks exactly like Mario. How they got that, I have no idea. And look at that. They got a me that looks like Garfield. Wow. That's insane. How do people do that? I don't know how that happens. Let's see. Mark says, golf course that's a bit out of Toronto. This relative loved golfing. Oh, that's fun. I guess it makes sense because I noticed when you did your Weekend Gamers episode, you guys were playing Mario Golf, which I guess makes sense. It's our old buddy Andrew Sinclair. Garfield? Haha. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, how do people make me's that look like famous characters or famous people? I don't get how that happens. I mean, obviously they're using the stuff that's in the me creator, but how? Unless it's like a custom made thing, but again, I have no idea how that works. I really wish I knew. Listen, I just try to make my me's that look exactly like me, and then we call that a day. I mean, isn't that why they're called me's? They're supposed to look like you? I don't know. I guess that's just how it's supposed to be, I guess. But anyone can make it any way they want. It's totally up to them. I might be a little bit sluggish when it comes to responding to the comments in between, like, during races. Unless I can't, like, pause the game or anything like that. Because, again, these are online matches. So they're happening in real time as we speak. I don't know how well we're going to do with DK, but, I mean, we can do our best. I'm not aiming for first place or anything like that. I'm just here to have fun. I'm here to talk to you guys. I'm here to have some fun. We're here to catch up on what's been going on. Things like that. I want to make this a safe space for everybody. Anyone that decides to come in and watch the stream and comment and to respond to polls and things like that. I want to make it as safe as possible. And let me know if you guys cannot hear the game audio or my voice itself, and I will adjust them in my streaming software as necessary. But I think you all can hear this. You should be fine, I think. On the subject of Donkey Kong, has anyone played the HD remaster of Donkey Kong Country Returns? I know Mark has, and he was doing a playthrough of that on his channel, and I think he finished it already. Now, I played the original on the Wii, actually on my Wii U to be specific. I didn't make it that far, but I think it's a lot of fun. The version I played the most of is the 3DS version, and if I'm not mistaken, the HD remaster has levels from the 3DS version, which I think is amazing. I kind of feel like Nintendo's making a lot of remakes, like a lot of HD remasters and things like that, and they're like making them like deluxe versions, if you will. I mean, take this game for example. Speaking of which, the Switch 2 was announced, and I don't know when that's coming out, but let me tell you something. I'm really excited. I feel like that's going to be the console that is going to replace... It's already over? Wow, it's already over. I didn't even notice that. I came in second to last place. Oh, well. That's alright. Let's see what Mark said here in the chat. On a more positive note, though, I'm looking forward to the big Switch 2 Direct next month. Oh, is that when they're going to talk about it more? Oh, boy. Oh, good. Andrew can hear me. Maybe it's because it's their birthday just like it is for me. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Well, wait. Is it your birthday today? If it is, happy birthday. I love how a lot of people are choosing random. I guess they don't like the 3 courses that are chosen. I get a sneaking suspicion that we're going to be given a rando course, which is better than nothing. But the thing with randos is, it could be any course, and you might not like what is picked. But not this time. We're going to the ninja course. Wow, 49 years old. Wow. There is a 19-year difference between us. Actually, yeah, there's a 19-year difference between us. Holy cow. That's crazy. If Donkey Kong continues to fail me, I'm probably going to end up switching characters. But I just wanted to do it because, you know, with the release of Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. Or Deluxe or something like that. I don't know. Look, all I know is once I have a little bit more money in the pocket, I'm definitely going to be getting that game because I need to play that game again. I bet a lot of people are wondering when we're going to get a new Donkey Kong game because the last one we had was Tropical Freeze, which also got ported to the Switch when it first got launched, which I happen to own. Never beat it though. I'm not too fond of this ninja course either. I'm really hoping that we get to see some of the booster pack courses this time around, because those are a ton of fun. So I hope you're prepared to have a little bit of fun for however long I decide to be live. So grab some snacks, grab some drinks, and pull up the old easy chair and just have some fun with us. And listen as I tell you about everything that's been going on with me recently, since the last time you saw me. To think that I try to continue streaming on Twitch, like, something tells me that Twitch isn't going to be a thing anymore. Like, there's other platforms that people are streaming on. I'm not sure what those are, but Twitch is going to be like a thing of the past. Does anyone still stream on Twitch anyway? I mean, I feel like if people do stream, they stream here on YouTube and not Twitch. Maybe this platform's better than Twitch. I have no idea. But I also think that Twitch is like maybe more stricter when it comes to stuff. More or less. I don't know. Something tells me I'm going to end up in not a decent spot here. But this is what happens when you don't play the game for I don't know how many months. Feels like forever since I played this game. Probably because I'm also on that setting where it allows you not to fall off the edge. So I'm probably going to fix that for the next one. 24 maximum players in the new Mario Kart game. Holy smoke. That is what really got me excited. When I saw the announcement trailer for the Switch 2 and I saw that little bitty screenshot from the next Mario Kart game, I got excited. That's going to be a lot of fun. Because everyone's been saying, when are we going to get Mario Kart 9? When are we going to get Mario Kart 9? When is it going to come? I guess this is our chance. Hey, don't even get me started on the mobile version of Mario Kart. That one sucked. Don't get me started on that. Final Fantasy VII Remake on Twitch a few nights ago. He was streaming that. So I guess people still do stream on Twitch. I guess. I don't know. I guess it's just your personal preference. And even if you do stream to begin with. So let's see. What's been happening with me recently? Well, I'll tell you. I've been dealing with a lot of medical stuff. Mostly dental stuff. Hey, my course got picked. Sweet. I always love when that happens. So we are finally going to get to see one of the booster pack courses. And I know this is one of Mark's favorites because he loves those penguins. Oh look, there's 2 white Yoshis. How do you like that? Alright, I'm gonna quickly turn off smart steering. I guess I better catch up now, shouldn't I? I don't know why I had smart steering on to begin with. I almost called it smart streaming. It's smart steering. Try saying that 10 times fast. I'm so happy that this course got picked. This is one of my favorites from Super Circuit. I love this course. It's very nostalgic. Because let me tell you something. When I was a kid, I played the crap out of Super Circuit. I was one of those few kids that had a Game Boy Advance back in the day, and... well, at least from what I know. At least from, like, kids in my school or something like that. Oh, man. Super Circuit, that was it for me. That was, like, my only experience as a kid with Mario Kart. Because I never owned a Nintendo 64. My sister had one, but she only had 3 games for it. She had Super Mario 64. She had Rayman 2, The Great Escape. And she had Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers, which all 3 of those I played. So she never had like Mario Golf or Mario Kart or Mario Tennis or anything like that, or even Zelda. None of that. She just kept it basic. Whenever she played her Nintendo 64, the only game she played was Super Mario 64. Oh, and every once in a while on her Game Boy, she would play Pokemon, but that's it. That's all. Oh, crap. Oh, I just hit a penguin. How did that not kill me? I just literally ran one of those penguins, like, so hard. What is with me getting 9th? What is that, the number of the day or something like that? I started a new job this past week, and it's been going well so far. I was pretty dead today, though. I guess it's because it's today's Sunday. I never played the Ape Escape games. Alright. I think you might have misheard me. I was talking about Rayman. There's the Rayman sequel from the original Rayman. It's called Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Ape Escape was on the PlayStation, and we were talking about the Nintendo 64. I don't know if that counts as a markism, but Ape Escape was never on the Nintendo 64. But speaking of Ape Escape, if you ever play that game, oh boy, good luck. That game is hard. It's fun, but the game is also very hard. I used to play it as a kid. I never got far. I always died. I mean, it's a simple concept. You just run around worlds and you just try to collect apes. Yeah, you did mishear me. I knew it. So I'm guessing that probably does not count as a markism. But maybe it does. I don't know. Depending on how one looks at it. There's a good chance here we're going to be going to Donkey Kong's course. Yep. Here we go. I love this one. It's another personal favorite of mine. So, I've been going through some dental stuff. As it turns out, I'm actually having oral surgery this month. Next week, I'm having oral surgery. I'm having my all 4 wisdom teeth be taken out of my mouth. Now, I know what you're thinking. As most of you know, I'm 30 years old. What's a 30-year-old getting his wisdom teeth out now? Well, here's the thing. My wisdom teeth never bothered me. And they never came in, like, crooked or anything like that. Come to think of it, when I was a kid, I hardly went to the dentist. I mean, I went a few times as a kid, but my parents just couldn't afford it, so they never took me. So last year, I started going to the dentist on the regular, and that's when I had multiple fillings, multiple deep cleanings, multiple routine cleanings. Like, every few months I've had to go in. And now this time around, I'm going in for oral surgery to get my wisdom teeth out, finally. And it makes sense because the first time that I went to the dentist, after years of not going, they told me that they had to come out. Not to be gross, but they said that one was showing signs of decay and had a nice big cavity in it, and the other 3 were showing early signs of decay. Now, when I saw the oral surgeon for a consultation a couple of weeks ago, that's exactly what they told me. Now, get this. When I went in to see the oral surgeon, they wanted to take the tooth out right there and then. And I said to myself, well, hold on a minute. I thought this was just a consultation. Isn't that what you guys normally do? But I heard that it also depends on the situation as well. Because this was a day that I went, and I had to go back to work, because I told him I was going back to work, and I was coming back. I had a morning appointment, and I said I would come back and I would stay late. Thankfully, the nurses and the surgeon are very nice, and they were understanding, so thank the Lord for that. So it's kind of a good thing I'm not doing weekly streams, because, boy, I wouldn't be able to do one for that weekend, let me tell you. So that's happening with me. You know, mostly I've just been working. As you guys know, or may not know, I am a teacher, and that's a very demanding job. You know, a lot of lesson planning and a lot of patience, and it's just a lot of work. But it's very rewarding. And I've also been doing a lot of painting. Some of you folks may know that I paint, I diamond paint, I color. Those are all things I do in my spare time, and that's to help ease my anxiety and my depression. And believe me, it helps. I've actually created quite a ton of paintings over the course of the last few days. You might have heard of a person called Bob Ross. And he was a famous TV painter, and his media was oil paints. He did a wet-on-wet technique that he claimed that anybody can do, even if you've never painted before. Whenever I paint, I use acrylics. Now, acrylics don't necessarily work for his style of painting. They won't. Although he praised acrylics, and he said they were a fantastic medium. I've always wanted to paint like him, but his painting kits and all of his equipment are expensive. His paints are expensive, his brushes are expensive, easels, odorless paint thinner, all that stuff. So I found out that there is a kid version of the Bob Ross paint sets, and it uses acrylics. And obviously all the stuff is safe for kids, and the brushes that they put in this kit are kid versions of the brushes that he would use. His 1-inch brush, his 2-inch brush, his fan brush, his script liner brush, and even his palette knife, which is just plastic. At least the kid version is plastic. The adult version is metal. Anyway, so the kit has kid-friendly versions of his colors, some of his colors at that. And there's also an instruction booklet that gives you step-by-step how to do 5 different paintings. And they also give you 3 canvas boards to work with. Now, I said 3, and there's 5 paintings to do. What if you run out? Well, thank God for Amazon, because you can find canvas boards and canvases on Amazon for relatively cheap. So I did 2 paintings from this set, and they actually turned out really, really well. I might post a picture of them on the community tab so you guys can see them, if you'd be interested in that sort of thing. They were so fun to do. And again, they're acrylics, so you kind of got to work quick, because these paints dry very quickly. And acrylics do dry very quickly as well. They only take like maybe 30 minutes to dry at most. Depends on how much you gob on to the canvas, how much paint you use and all that stuff. I've also found some painting tutorials on YouTube of really easy acrylic paintings. And again, they show you step by step. There was one that I found that I just completed last night, which maybe I'll show you a picture of. It only uses 5 colors, and it's like a nighttime scene, and there's a big tree and a moon. It's really, really pretty. I'll probably put a picture of it on the community tab so you guys can see it, because I think you'll have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. But let me tell you something. when I found out about painting and how fun it is and how relaxing it is, it's helped me so much. And I strongly, strongly suggest that you give it a try if it's something that you're interested in. I mean, anyone can paint. You just have to have an idea, a little bit of creativity, the right equipment, and acrylics aren't that expensive. Acrylics are much more affordable than oils. You know, look at some tutorials, you know, get some inspiration, and anyone can paint. And like I said, it's helped me quite a bit, you know, deal with life struggles and everything like that. It's helped me quite a deal. So maybe I'll post a picture of those on the community tab so you guys can see them and give your opinions. Let's see, what else? I mentioned snacks earlier. Did you guys hear about the new Cheetos flavor that just came out? Get this. They now have the Cheetos Puffs, but they're cheese pizza flavored. Get that. Do you guys see those? Have you had them? I don't know if they're on the crunchy version, but they're definitely on the puff version of the Cheetos. I saw a commercial for it on Facebook, like a little advertisement, and I was in all places, the dollar store yesterday, and I saw that they were selling them. I'm like, oh, so these are actually out now. I'm going to give these a shot. Let me tell you something. They actually taste pretty good. They're not that bad. So if you like pizza-flavored snacks, you definitely might want to give those a shot. Yeah, Mark, believe it or not, cheese pizza-flavored Cheetos Puffs. And they are really, really tasty. I actually have a bag right with me right now. It's over on the side. They also have a couple new flavors of those Cheetos fries. You know the Cheetos fries? They have a couple new flavors of those. They have chili cheese, and then they have another one, which I cannot remember. Again, new flavors just came out. And there's been so many new drink flavors, too, that have come out. Like, for example, have you folks seen the orange cream Coke that's out right now? It's similar to the orange vanilla Coke that they had some time ago, and I swear they had an orange cream Coke before, because I remember trying it before, like, years ago. Well, anyway, it tastes just like a creamsicle, and it is awesome. And currently, right now, I'm drinking a new flavor of Sprite that I think just came out. It's called Tropical Mix. So you get that lemon-lime flavor of the Sprite, but you also get flavors of, like, orange and pineapple, and it is really, really good. I'm always interested in these new drinks that always come out. Speaking of which, if you're a fan of Taco Bell and the Baja Blast, there is a new flavor Baja Blast that's coming out to Taco Bell. Let's see. Any other new drinks that I can think of that are being released? Not that I can think of. No. But whenever I'm in the grocery store, I always look for new snacks and new drinks to try. So you've had the orange cream Coke. Yeah, isn't it delicious? That's like the best. That's like really delicious. Great, now my mouth is watering just talking about all these different snacks. Ooh. What do I choose? I'm gonna go with Sunset Wilds. I know that's not a favorite course of some of the people who play this game, but whatever. So while I've got you folks here, I do want to talk briefly about some of the ideas that I have for stuff to stream for our monthly shows. One of the things that I've been wanting to stream for you for quite some time, and also to play here on the channel, is... You might not remember, but I have Japanese Crash Bandicoot games, and I also own a Japanese PlayStation. So regarding Japanese Crash games, I've got the first one, I have the third one, and I have Crash Team Racing. Or at least one that's called... They call it Crash Bandicoot racing in Japan. They don't call it CTR. They call it... Yeah, they don't call it that. They call it Crash Bandicoot Racing. But here in the United States, we call it Crash Team Racing, or CTR. But let's be honest. Who calls it CTR? I don't know anybody that calls it CTR. Anyway, I've been wanting to stream that here for so long, because those games are a lot of fun. I mean, it's just Japanese dubs of the Crash games that we all know and love. But there's some differences in there, obviously, with the dialogue, and everything is dubbed in Japanese, things like that. I forget where I bought my Japanese PlayStation from. I think I bought it off of a marketplace app called Mercari. I think that's where I bought it from. And what else? The same thing with the games. Maybe one I bought off eBay, and the other couple I bought off Mercari. There's two that I'm still looking for the collection, and then the classic Crash trilogy will be complete. I still need the second one, and I still need Crash Bash, or as they call it in Japan, Crash Bandicoot Carnival. Also known as the game that is the bane of my existence, because I hate that game. Why I want to get in the collection, I have no idea. But Crash Bash, not only is it a long game, but it's also hard. Like, and it's so silly, too. And when I say silly, I don't mean in a good way. There's a 200 percentage in that game, and oh my god. The final boss, oh my god, you just want to rip your hair out. I would love to see the Angry Video Game Nerd do a review of that game. I really would love to see him do that. Because I bet you he would have a field day with that game. What else? Oh, we have another, vote here in the poll on who was your go-to Mario Kart racer. Someone, voted someone else. As it says in the parentheses, comment in the live chat who your go-to character is if you decide to vote on the poll. If it's not Mario, Luigi, or Peach as are the options, throw it in the chat and let me know, because I'm curious as to know who your go-to Mario Kart racer is. Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to switch really quickly to Shy Guy. Donkey Kong's just not doing it for me, so we're going to swap to Shy Guy. Because I mentioned that Shy Guy's my go-to character for the most part. Oh, it's good to see you, Mark. I'll see you on the flip side. Okay, it looks like we're going to the Daisy Cruiser now. Well, it's always nice to have old friends come into the chat. It's always nice. Alright, let's see how we do with Shy Guy. And oddly enough, I chose the pipe-shaped cart. And they're both the same color. Both the Shy Guy that I chose and the cart itself. Wow. So we'll see how we do with this guy. Literally. Man, it's so good to be back streaming here. Anyway, so I'm thinking about doing those at some point. I mentioned earlier the remaster of Donkey Kong Country Returns. I want to do that as soon as I get my hands on it. I might also do Mario vs. Donkey Kong, the remaster that is, which is a lot of fun, by the way, if you're into puzzle games and things like that of the sort. Perhaps some Super Mario Party Jamboree, since that seems to be a really popular game right now. And of course we'll stream some classic games too, like I'll stream some classic Crash Bandicoot, some classic Disney games that I really like, things like that. And maybe I'll stream some stuff on the PlayStation 2 as well, because I've got that. And maybe some GameCube stuff too. You never know. Again, I'll put polls out before, like maybe 2 weeks before we decide to stream each month, and I'll let you guys vote. And I'm sure you guys are gonna have some good ideas for what I should stream. Again, keep in mind, the game that you suggest, I can't play it if I don't have it. That's the only thing. If I don't have the game, I can't play it. Simple as that. But if I have it, it's fair game. And I am not doing so well, aren't I? No. Well, again, like I said, I'm only doing these for fun. And again, I haven't touched this game for months, so you kind of got to understand that as well. I think in a few minutes, if nobody else decides to vote on the poll, we'll close it. Maybe I should have put more options in, but I feel like if I did that, that would have been too much. Let's see... Rainbow Road. We'll see if that gets picked. We'll see if that gets picked. That Sprite's really good. I gotta think about lunch, too. Because currently, right now, at least where I am, it is almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I still haven't had my lunch yet. You know, yesterday I ordered a burrito bowl from a local burrito shop here in my state, and it wasn't that good. It was a steak burrito bowl that had, like, I got it with, like, potatoes and cheese and sour cream. It was cold when I got it. It wasn't even warm. Like, really? I mean, it still tasted delicious, but it was cold. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Now, the burritos I get from this place are normally pretty good, but the burrito bowl was cold. Like, nobody wants to eat cold food. Incidentally, I didn't actually go to the restaurant to get it. I actually ordered it through Uber Eats. I mean, the order got to me early, and I thought they'd be nice and warm, but nope. Ding dong, I was wrong. Oh, crap. See, that's the challenge with this. Like, why bother playing on smart steering when... Where's the challenge? Now, I will admit, playing on 200cc, I was on smart steering, because that's just insanity. Like, who can do that on... Like, who can do that? Certainly not I. One might say, that's cheating. I'm sure others do it. And besides, it's not cheating if no one finds out. So think of it that way. And who's gonna know? Well, the millions of people that watch this stream will know. But again, everyone has their own opinion, so who the heck cares? You know what I mean? Whoa! I thought I was gonna stay on the track there. I guess not. Well, so much for that. But once again, just like DK, Shy Guy is failing me miserably. Perhaps I just need some more practice. Again, it's been a while since I picked up the Switch controllers, and oh my god. Holy. Oh, come on, Shy Guy. Get with the program, dude. Like, come on, you're supposed to be, like, my go-to character, but now you're starting to become, a not-so-reliable character. Come on, bro. Be for real. I swear, every single race I place 10th or 7th. At first I thought 7 was, like, the number of the day, but now it looks like it's 10. And 7 or 10 are my favorite numbers. My favorite number is 8. But I don't want to be placing 8th either. I mean, I don't want to be doing that. I don't think anybody does, as a matter of fact. Oh, why did I do that? I just like... Oh, look at that. I was talking about the number 8 and I placed 8th. Like, you gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. You talk about something and then it ends up being just so. You know? Ooh. Yeah. I think I'll go with Choco Mountain. We'll see if that gets picked. The Tokyo one, eh. These Miis look so weird. Like, how do people do this? It's more often than none that you see a weird looking Mii. I wonder if the person, when they create their Mii, if they actually look like that in real life. 9 times out of 10, they don't. Okay, we've been going for about 41 minutes here. That's actually not too bad. And I don't see anybody else commenting on the poll, so I think we're going to go ahead and close that. Every month when we do a stream, you're going to see a poll. And this looks like it's brand new. I have never seen anything like this before. Oh, so 4 people have voted. So 75% said Mario. Wait, is this Sky Garden? This must have been a rando course that got picked. Of course, I wasn't paying attention. I was yakking to you, and I was looking at the poll results. Yeah, this is Sky Garden. Oh my god, I love Sky Garden. This is another one of those courses that gives me goosebumps every time I play it. I love the music. Oh my god. I gotta listen to it for a second. Just listen to that music. Every time I hear it, I get goosebumps. As it is, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Like, I love this course. Oh man, nostalgia at its finest. I swear, like, levels like this and from games from like the early 2000s, they're so nostalgic. I was born in 94, so I grew up in the 90s. But when the 2000s hit, oh my god. Like, I still remember having my Game Boy Advance and just playing these games, like, for hours on end. Like, on car trips, I would have my Game Boy with me. It was... I had a black carrying bag where I put all my games in there and everything. Like, all this is, like, nostalgia for me. And it's just one of the best feelings out there. It really, truly is. I mean, if you've never owned a Game Boy Advance as a kid and played Mario Kart Super Circuit, you don't even know what it's like. And unless you, like... Well, actually, I mean... You probably have, because if you have the Nintendo Switch Online subscription, you probably played it on the Game Boy Advance app. Which, incidentally, that's another game that I want to do for a Sunday Streamz show. Yeah, that's another one. Anyway, so the poll results, we had 4 votes. 75% said Mario, and 25% said somebody else. Which, I don't know who that racer is, because they never put a comment in the chat. I swear, if we do Grumble Volcano again, I'm going to be mad. Because we started off with Grumble Volcano. So, hopefully we don't end up doing it again. We'll probably do a few more races, and then we're probably going to call it quits here. Whenever I do these shows, I'm going to try not to do them for very long, because I have my own things to do, and I don't want to keep you guys from whatever it is that you're doing. And quite honestly, my setup isn't the best for live streaming, because I can't sit still for a long period of time, and I get uncomfortable really easily, so... Oh, thank God it wasn't Grumble Volcano. Because if it was Grumble Volcano again, I was going to be mad. Because we just did that one. This one can be easily as frustrating, but it's not bad. Actually, I like this version better than the Super Nintendo version. It looks more menacing. So any game that I decide to do, like a monthly game, it might, if it's a game where it takes like a long time to complete or something like that, I'll do as much of it as I possibly can, and then I will, because like I mentioned, I'm going to do a different game every month. Maybe in rare occasions, I'll dedicate my time to a certain game. I don't know. But for the most part, I want to keep it different each month, just to mix it up a little bit. Because I feel like after a while, you guys are going to get tired of seeing the same games, and I'm going to get tired of playing the same games. We all know how that goes. And am I seriously in second place? For once, I'm actually doing a lot better than I have been this whole show. Like, how is this possible? I'm guessing a lot of people aren't fans of this course. Just judging by my position. Well, I was first, but now I'm second because somebody zoomed ahead of me. Oh, crap. I should have seen that coming. I should have seen that coming. But I didn't. Alright, we can catch up. But now I feel like everyone's starting to get their mojo with this. As is apparent right here. Oh. And who can stay on those ledges without falling off? I sure can. Okay, third place ain't too bad. Oh god. Oh, nope, second place. That's not bad at all. No, make that third. Okay. I guess that's not bad. It's better than flipping 10th place, or 8th, or 7th, or 9th. Alright, I think we're going to do one more course, and then we're going to call it quits here. Let's get a good one. Daisy Circuit or Donut Plains 3? Donut Plains. If someone chooses Merry Mountain... Oh, good. If someone chose Merry Mountain, I would be kind of surprised, because it's not December. Christmas was 3 months ago. Yeah, no one chose Merry Mountain. Thank God. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's a high probability that we're going to do Daisy Circuit. Which isn't bad. I mean, Daisy Circuit's a great course. As a matter of fact, all the courses from Mario Kart Wii are amazing. They all are, in their own right. Oh, but mine got picked. Nice. Now we're talking. So we're ending off on a good course. And one of my personal favorites. So as we start the race, I will say that I'm glad you guys tuned in, and hopefully you continue to tune in every month that we do these shows. Again, there's going to be a poll up 2 weeks before the next stream, and you will get to vote on the next game that we play. And again, this isn't a weekly show, this is going to be a monthly show. Because I just can't keep up. The schedule that I have, I just can't keep up with weekly streams. I just can't. It's not possible. Whee! Oh crap, I'm in the grass. I'm grazing in the grass. And everything has gone well. Hopefully, the next time we have some more folks join. Of course, you guys can always catch the replay as well. I don't know when the replay goes live, but you'll be able to see it then. Again, I'm going to try to get back to recording Mario Party 4. But you see, the thing is, you know, who's got time for this? You know, some of my friends that do YouTube content, they record, like, videos, like, one after another. And they upload that content in batches. Like, I know my friend Aubrey does that. Like, how? How do you do that? Like, I don't know how he does it, because he has a job and everything. Like, how? Because you gotta make time as well for your own personal life as well. But I get it, if YouTube is like your full-time job, then yeah, you kind of have to, just to keep up with everything, and to make sure your audience is happy. But if you're somebody like me who has a job, and also has a bunch of other commitments he has to keep up with, it can be overwhelming. And look at that, we finished with 8th, my favorite number. But not in this case. Anyways, my friends, that is going to do it for this month's edition of Sunday Streams. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Join me next month for another game, and we'll talk some more, we'll play some more, and we'll have a good time as well. So until the next time I see you, I hope you have a good day, and just be safe, be kind, and enjoy life. We'll see you next time, everybody. Take care.